Man, that's a great fight. I think that fight is supposed to have happened like a long time ago, before the WEC was actually a Zuffa-owned company. Torres and Valencia were supposed to fight on, like, I think, like, I can't remember, one of those big organizations that went under. It was a big name fight at that point. So for this to finally happen is pretty savage. I mean, these guys are both like pioneers of the sport. Miguel and Charlie were both like fighting in bars where they line guys up and like pick whichever one's closest in size. And those guys were never the even close to each other's to that weight. So I'm just expecting an old school brawl. Both guys love to throw heavy hands. Both guys are really talented on the ground. I would say conditioning is a factor. If Valencia came in condition, then I think he's got a little bit of an edge. Miguel has a size advantage, maybe a small jiu-jitsu edge, but Charlie's a really good jiu-jitsu guy and a really high-level wrestler. Just another knockdown, drag-out. I mean, I think, Donald's lost twice to Varner now? Is that it?
Something close to that. Is it two or?
No, just once.
Just once, yeah.
Just once?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so he's lost to Varner once. It was a close fight, but I think Varner was pretty much handing it to him, so I guess who's ever gotten better. Last time Varner kind of ripped into Cerrone's face, and Cerrone just kind of took it, but Varner broke his hand and his foot, so I got to give a little edge to Varner, but Cerrone's a guy that games it up in the later rounds, so I'm looking forward to that one. I'm not a guy that's totally against trash talking. It's just, I go with my instincts, and if I don't like someone, I don't know if I'll verbalize it necessarily. There hasn't been many guys that I don't like that I've fought, but Varner's just being himself, and Donald's just being himself, so it will be one thing if they're just hamming it up for the heck of it, but they truly don't like each other. So, why not have it if it's genuine? No one's unstoppable. This is a sport of MMA. Aldo has a loss on his record, so to say he's unstoppable is ridiculous. But he's very good, and he's getting better, and he's young and athletic. So, Manny's a durable guy. I'm a durable guy. Mike Brown's a durable guy, and Aldo was able to put away a lot of different looks. Every one of his face he's put away. Our fight went to decision, but he was able to disable me pretty early on in the fight. So I'm definitely giving the edge to Aldo. But Gamburyan, like I said, is a dangerous dude. He's got high level grappling, which is kind of unorthodox grappling because he's a judo guy, and he's fought and competed at as high as 185 pounds, which is crazy. To be that big at some point. I can't imagine myself being that big at any time, and so he's a big guy also. So Aldo's for sure got the edge in my mind, but it's gonna be a good fight. Basically the leg kicks, and it's funny because people are like, "What are you gonna do now? Everyone's gonna target your leg." I'm like, dude, there's only one guy that's going to be able to kick my leg like that. I train all the time in kickboxing. I'm going to continue to improve there, but it's not like someone can just decide, okay, I'm going to target his leg all of a sudden. Jose Aldo is really good at leg kicks. At kicks in general, that's his, that's one of his go-to things. Played amateur or semi-pro soccer, comes from a Muay Thai camp that's really good, and then he's a tremendous athlete. So what happens is it just he's landing, it feels like someone's taking a bat and hitting you over and over again in the leg. So just imagine that for 25 minutes, and you've seen it over and over again. You see guys in Pride, you see it in the UFC, you see it all the time where guys are quitting because of that, and the reason you quit is because you feel mobile and it hurts. And it's kind of disables you. So I just stuck it out because I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna stop fighting until I'm unconscious or dead. And I wasn't unconscious or dead. I was just in a lot of pain and hobbling around. So people who got to see the aftermath of that kind of understood what was happening during the fight afterwards. You know, my leg for the next month was about 3 times its regular size. It was black and blue and everything else. So it just hurts. I mean, I've broken my hand in 2 different spots, and I dislocated my thumb, which still never healed all the way. And the leg kicks were way more painful. I think just because I had no choice but to get kicked there. What's happening in this sport, and I've got a ton of them in my gym also, is you're getting a generation of guys that have grown up knowing about mixed martial arts, wanting to be in the sport, and training it. And you know, Aldo is one of those guys. You know, Chad Mendez is another guy. He's undefeated out of my camp, who's extremely, extremely good at one thing and adding everything else to a champion mentality and to being extremely, genetically gifted and athletic and a born winner. So take that from kids from a early age and couple it with everything else that's out there, all the exposure to it, and we're gonna see a whole new level of guys. But Aldo's extremely talented. I mean, I've fought a lot of guys, and he's very good.